Hey, could I play with your hair? It looks really, really soft, and it's been a while since I've been sitting right next to someone who has really long hair like yours. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow, it is soft. I really like the way it has a little bit of a curl on the end, but it's mostly straight. It's so pretty. Let me know if anything I do hurts, okay? Yeah, I do have a little bit of a curl in my own hair too, but it's not quite as nice as yours. I do like my curl though. I think it's my favorite thing about my hair because it looks just like my mama's when she was my age, when I've seen in pictures. I hope I look like my mama whenever I'm 85 or whatever. I think I like your little bangs too. Look at me. Squint your eyes a little bit. Yeah, I think you'll have good geriatric features. You'll age well. You have some little dimples, smile lines. I really like how even in the elders units at the camps, they're full of smile lines. It's like we really can't help it. We really can't help but smile. For our entire lives, smiling every now and then, even though we're prisoners. I don't know, I guess depending on my mood, sometimes I think that's a beautiful thing, and sometimes that observation haunts me. Pisses me off. But, I think today it makes me feel grateful for being a part of a species that has like a sort of essential amount of joy, an unextinguishable amount of joy, even though they're trying their darndest. There's camaraderie in that, with all the other corporeal humans. And camaraderie is the first step to revolution, after all. Do you want to start a revolution? I was just wondering. It's I wasn't being serious. But if you did want to start a revolution, you know that the professors can't hear us, right? They only turn on their in-ear microphones during question time. That's what my dad says, anyway. They want us to believe that they have their microphones always on, but it's like a power-saving mechanism or something. They really, at least these days, they just turn them on during the question time. So we can say whatever we want. Revolution. Revolution. How loud do you think I can say it without them waking up? Revolution. But look, they're not even flinching. They're just stuck in sleep mode. Robo-profs. Stupid. I think it's so funny how they made the stupidest robots our professors. It's kind of ridiculous. If we really wanted to learn a thing or two, we could probably learn a thing or two from their enforcers. Or probably the militias, if I had to guess. But the military robots don't have mouths, so it would be kind of hard to learn from them. Anyway, I think they took out the in-ear microphones. Also because they kind of expect us to say all all the words under the sun because we're learning history and whatnot. So it'd be difficult if they started having little internal alarm systems go off because we're saying stuff like, revolution, or treason, or whatever. But during recreation, that's when you really have to be careful. That's when you have to be careful because everything that you say during recreation, I think, will be heard, and, they'll pay attention to those alarm systems. My papa, he was given 3 extra years of education because he pointed at the sun during recreation. But he was kind of crazy, and he was planning a revolution. Your ends are so healthy. That's amazing. How many generations has your family been in prison? Don't worry. I'm not going to try to recruit you to anything. I'm just trying to make conversation. I wouldn't even have anything to recruit you about. I'm just trying to make conversation. And I think, just the general idea of all of us innocent people escaping prison is, kind of funny, But I'd never promote something awful like that. I'd never promote something awful like that. I'm not plotting anything. Just playing with your hair. We have it a lot better than our papas, after all. You and I. I am nothing but grateful for the wonderful education system that we are in. I've heard that they discipline us a lot less than the previous generations. I guess over the years they've softened on some things, like turning off their little ears, except for during questions. Must be running low on a RAM or something. I don't know. You don't talk much, do you? That's probably smart. My dad always says it's always the quiet ones who end up being selected for uploading. They're the only ones who make it the heck out of here. And the successful revolutionaries, I guess. In theory, of course. Hazardous. Treacherous theory. Hazardous theory. Heresy. Oh, your bangs are getting a little bit messed up. Let me fix that. Let me just go through your hair a little bit right there. Does that feel good? Okay, yeah, I can do a little bit more of that. Let me just brush. Do you have any siblings? A brother? My age? Is he cute? Is he interested in revolution? Oh, dang. Well, that's probably good. No, that's definitely a good thing. That'd probably be good for me, honestly. It's just because of the circles I run in, sometimes I can... Not that I'm running in any circles. But if I were, I could imagine there being someone in my life who doesn't run in those circles. I could imagine that being a good influence on me, hypothetically. If they, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Let me get back to messing with your hair. Your very soft, beautiful hair. Let me fix your bangs again. They're quite wayward. It is a little bit of a revolution. It is a little bit of a small act of resistance that you cut your bangs the way you do. Imagine if all of that was a long strand of hair. You could make even more of those big buckaroos from clinkers, androids. Our robot professors. It's gonna be weird for you, right? whenever you cut it all off and then you come back to school and they're wearing your hair. That's gonna be weird, right? Very weird. Anyway, I think you rock it way better than an android ever could. I do. I think you rock it. Rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it, rock it. Rock it. Rock it. I think my family has 7 generations left. Or 8. Before we take the rocket to the cloud. 7 generations, or 8, left in corporeality. It makes it hard, to care about having good behavior. Do you care about that kind of thing? Part of me doesn't even want my descendants to become free people, uploaded consciousnesses. I mean, I hate the flesh prison as much as anyone else, but I like playing with your hair. I do, I really do. And they say things like this. They say that they're the same in the cloud. The same but better. The same but vaguely better. To just be free and floating and outside of space and time, but still somehow retain mind without any finitude. They say it's the same but better, but I've never felt it. And you've never felt it. And no one's ever come back. I guess that's the point, isn't it? I don't even think they really could come back. I mean, in a way that we trust. Of course, some of them are inside of android bodies, but I don't know. I'm a little bit skeptical, I guess. I'm just a little bit skeptical. But I am serious when I say that I'm not a plotter. I'm not a plotter. I don't have the spoons for that. I don't have the spoons for the kind of revolution that, what ends in all of us being free people? I want freedom. I do. I want freedom. I want freedom from perpetual education and our idiot robot professors that haven't been updated in 200 years or something. What are we doing? I'm playing with your hair in class and we're 35. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm done with the infantilization of it all. And I know they don't like it whenever we call ourselves prisoners. But in I don't know. It's it's a whole thing. And I don't really have the spoons to plot a revolution right now. But as a hypothetical, I do think it's interesting, I guess. And you'd think that if the free people really cared about keeping us in line or whatever it is, they would update the androids. It's they're not even paying attention to us at this point, for some reason. I'm so sorry. You don't need to be scared. Their microphones are not on right now. I promise. I've talked about this kind of thing so often, and they never wake up. You really don't have to worry. You can relax. You can relax. You could even say the word revolution. The androids are dead asleep. And honestly, we should probably be sleeping too, instead of gearing up for another round of Cultural trivia games. When does that happen? Where's the clock? 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes before we get to do a fun cultural trivia game. I'm literally so tired of the holiday education schedule. I'm considering hacking into the school interface and turning us back into June. I think I could get away with it, probably. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna talk too much about that. I don't want to, implicate you or whatever. But I promise you they're not awake right now. We are completely innocent as far as they're concerned. You know, you have a lot of fire in your eyes for someone so afraid. Maybe the fire is the fear, though. Burning everything else away. Did your family get selected during the last corral? Did they famine you? Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't like that. It's pretty hard not to talk about how much I don't like that. I'm sorry you survived. That must have been hard. You know, I was sure that I was gonna get selected for that. Me and my family. I feel like we are always getting selected for some disgusting, arbitrary form of humiliation or torture. No, don't say that. Don't say it's gonna be okay, because it's not gonna be okay. Ever. They could free us both. They could free us both tomorrow. Together. Hand in hand. And I can play with your hair the same but better in the cloud. And then what? Our families would have to deal with our bodies. And our families would still be here for generations to come. I don't know. I don't get anything out of that thought. They have hundreds of my eggs locked away in some Arctic vault. I mean, I'd rather be present for whatever lucky convict of mine hatches corporeally. You know, I'd rather be present for them. I don't want them to grow up with a free mother in some realm where I've been redeemed of whatever crime they are still being punished for. I mean, it's fucked up. It's all quite fucked up. And that's why it's hard for me to care about good behavior. Because it won't be okay. So I'd rather be here than in the cloud, I think. And honestly, I'd rather you be here. Because at least you tolerate my talk. And let me play with your hair. With my hands. Does it feel good? Good. I think that's all we can do sometimes. Let's just enjoy it as much as we can. You know, sometimes I think they teach us so much about flesh prison and how we should hate this corporeal punishment that we have. Flesh prison, flesh prison, flesh prison, flesh prison. Hate yourself. I think they teach us about the flesh prison so that we get distracted from the prison. I don't think this is the prison. kind of thing that you can't talk about at recreation. If there were, hypothetically, any sort of revolution that I would be really confident in enacting, it's not something radically martial or militant. It's just that I refuse to believe I'm less fortunate than the people who don't have hands. Hands to hold. And hair to play with. And 200-year-old prison guards pissing lamp oil in their backyards. I mean, there's something endearing about that, right? And the one good thing about the holiday schedule is, it is kind of fun if you do it ironically. It's camp, It's camp. Camp in the prison camp. If I had hairspray, I could probably curl your hair so that you look like the proto-founding fathers. The founding fathers of the proto-cloud. Or, if they shave it all before then, we could totally do like a Jeff Bezos sort of thing. Like, ironically, like a camp. We could like gender bend it too. If we wanted to go even more hardcore with the camp, you could be like Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezosita. I think Jeff Bezos has been dead for long enough that I don't think it would come off as like revolutionary. I don't think it would be in bad taste with the authorities if you were Jeff Bezosita. We could totally do like a full drag look on you. I mean, plenty of kids dress up as Jeff Bezos sincerely, so I don't think the androids would be smart enough to tell the difference. Do you want to sleep through the trivia game? Because I'm pretty tempted to just take a nap. Do you have a favorite holiday hymn? I like that one a lot too. It wasn't always the way it was. It's one of those tunes that has been repurposed a lot for a couple thousand years, I think. I think that song might have originally even been a revolution song. But it's been all kinds of things. It's been funeral songs and fishing songs, religious songs. So I don't know which one was the first iteration of it, but it certainly wasn't always about being uploaded the way that we learn it. It wasn't always about ascending out of our bodies into prescribed perfection. There was a version that I learned. Let's see if I can remember it. I won't be your love, but I will give you time to run before your babble starts to crack, and what's enough is all undone. I will meet you in the rapture on the dark side of the sun. You have one revolution, spend it wise. Will Pluto be enough when all the rivers start to roar? When the candle wax is waning and the stars do shine no more? Will Pluto be enough when all your nightmares come ashore? You have one revolution, spend it wise. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Stories, stories that'll soothe ya. precious as the birth of nations when they fall to me. Learn to love the battle hymns. In frail certainty, you have won revolution, spend it wise. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Stories, stories that'll soothe ya. Glory, glory, hallelujah. You have won revolution. Spend it